All right, I'm going to be sharing the feedback that I'm giving you on your writing through this presentation. And we're going to start off by first walking through what track changes looks like, because what I did was I put my comments and suggested edits in track changes. And if you've never used track changes, I'd like to show that to you, so that way you'll know what you're looking at and how to accept the changes that I've made and continue editing. So when you look at your document in Word, you're going to see the top ribbon where it has the home, insert, page layout, and so forth. One of the tabs is called Review. And so when you click on the Review button of the top ribbon, you're then going to see a whole new listing of options pop up. And this area that I've circled here in red starts off with comments and then the track changes section. And then you'll see where the changes are. So you've got comments, tracking, changes. So those are kind of the three areas I'm going to want you to just kind of have an understanding about. Because in your document you're going to notice I did make comments, and those will pop up on the right hand column. I did create some edits, and those will pop up within the document as a track change. And then as you go through and decide to accept the changes, you actually have to go through a process to do that. So let's go ahead and take a look at it at an example. I'm going to open up just a sample template here, and let me go ahead and move this up just a little bit. Alright, so this is the template that I provided you. Let's just pretend this is your document, and what I did was in the review section I went ahead and turned on track changes. And so here I'm gonna say, you know, this should have been your complete name, okay? And so at this point you're going to notice that there's, you know, line through your original text, and then there's going to be new text. Those are my edits, those are my suggestions. So what you're going to need to do when you see that is you're going to need to go into the changes section and click accept. And so what happens is when I do that, it'll ask you, do you want to start from the beginning? So yes. Okay, now accept. Okay, so now it shows you, it took out what I suggested that you remove or delete, and so it removed that completely, and now it's asking, do you want to accept this new change, which is the new text that I typed? And so then I would say yes, accept. Okay, so once I do that, it's a clean version. Okay. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to go through and start at the top and go through and accept all the changes, but you're also going to kind of track the comments, because I did make comments, and a comment looks like this. Let me give you an example. I went in, and if I made a comment, I might say this is the name of the university. Okay, so let's just say my comment has something specific in there I want you to read. You're going to read it, maybe make edit changes, and then when you're finished with the comment, you're going to just make sure you select it and you have your cursor. I clicked on this particular comment bubble, and once I do that, at the top you're going to see there's the option to delete. So I'm going to delete comment, and it takes it off. Okay. So again, the process you're going to go through is reading through the comments, making edits as necessary, and then deleting the comments, and then going through and accepting all the track changes. If there's something that you need to reject for whatever reason, maybe I made a mistake or whatever it might be, you can do that as well. If you want to review the suggestions I've made, you can just click through next to see them all before you actually go through the process of accepting the changes. But in a nutshell, that's how track changes works. And just make sure that you go back up to the top and click the save button icon so that way you don't lose your work. All right, so I'm going to go back to my presentation here and share with you what the rubric looks like for the signature assignment. And while this is not the rubric for this particular reflection assignment, it is the rubric for your final. And the way that this was designed was that your reflection assignment is basically the first draft of the signature assignment, because in your signature assignment you're going to be selecting 5 theories. Okay, you've already selected 3, so you have a good start. So between now and when the signature assignment is due, you need to basically add 2 more theories to research and then align to educational applications. Okay, so I'm going to let you read through the rubric on your own so you can see what is required, but I'm just going to call your attention to the criteria and then what would actually meet criterion. So I'm going to be grading this on a weighted scale. 35% of your grade will be your understanding of the learning theories. So if we take a look at what meets the criteria, your paper will summarize a minimum of 5 learning theories. You would explain their origin and perspectives from the original author. Okay, and again, what you did in the reflection assignment was this exact same thing, but you have only selected 3. Okay, so that's 35% of your grade. The next 35% of your grade is how you apply educational technology tools to those theories. So to meet criteria, you've developed a concise explanation of a minimum of 5 educational technology tools that support student learning and are connected to the learning theories that have been addressed. And so that's not 5 per theory, that's basically 1 educational technology tool per theory. So don't feel like you need to come up with 5 amazing tools that support a theory, although you probably could. So as long as you have a minimum of 5, 1 per theory, you're good to go. 15% of the grade is going to be on how you support your arguments and claims. So as long as you've used 5 reputable sources beyond the textbook or the articles that we've talked about in class, then you've met this criteria. And then the last 15% is it's important. It obviously doesn't make or break your grade in that you would flunk if you didn't meet criterion in this section. However, 10% of your grade is going to be aligned to mechanics and style. So I am going to be looking at the flow and your paragraph transitions, and this is really important, especially as you continue through this master's program on your way to writing a full thesis, because basically what I'm trying to do is get you prepared for that. So I'm going to be looking at how you connect the background of the theory to the educational applications in terms of the flow of it. Does it make sense? Does what you are presenting in the theory tie in and flow properly to how you explain the application of the tool? Okay. I'm also going to be looking for just any writing errors, spelling, mechanics, formatting, those kinds of things, okay? As long as they're minimal, and minimal is subjective, obviously, but I'm looking at as long as there's less than 5, that's pretty minimal. So try to keep it under 5 to still meet the criteria there. And then APA references is 5% of your grade, and this is just your ability to follow APA conventions, both in text references as well as in your reference page at the very end of your document. Okay. Okay, that concludes the presentation.